All right, and welcome back. So let's lay down a foundation of exactly what I mean by conversational hypnosis and covert trances, because together they're very similar, but they also can be viewed at differently at the same time. So what is conversational hypnosis? Whether you've been hypnotized before or you have a formal background of hypnosis, or maybe you've just done a bit of research through some interest on hypnosis, you'll also understand that conversational hypnosis is just a style of hypnosis. So in a hypnotherapy setting where I might be seeing a client, I will use subtle language and also language patterns and certain other methods to put someone into trance without using a script or having to read from a book or something like that. This adds to the casualness and the naturalness and the power of conversational hypnosis because it really requires no setup. If you train yourself to interact in this way, which is very, very possible, and we actually have other courses that show you how to do exactly that, you can use hypnosis wherever you go. Now, where does the covert side come into it? Well, think of it like this. If you're hypnotizing your client and they're not aware of what you're doing, they may have seen a therapist before and realize, hey, this person's not reading a script. What's going on? Or I'm starting to feel like I should be hypnotized, but my therapist is only talking to me. This is the subtle art of covert hypnosis. It's how to be quote unquote sneaky. It's how to get around a client's conscious mind, which is that critical part of them that says you can't hypnotize me or I can't get past my problem, let's say an instance for a smoking problem or a weight loss problem, and uses different styles of conversational hypnosis and more advanced techniques to be more covert. So your language and also your hypnosis methods can be subtly input into everyday interactions and you're not being caught. So that's what I mean by conversational and covert. They're very, very similar. Conversational is the basic. Covert is more the advanced thing we're going to look at today. And we're going to be looking at both of these in subtle ways and together to give you the ultimate persuasion technique. Now, when can you use this stuff? Well, as a matter of fact, anywhere. Any time that you have an interaction with somebody else where you might be talking about something you believe in, or you might be in a sales position where you need to sell somebody a product, or it's in an influencing meeting. Maybe you're a boss of a big company or a boss of just a few people, and you need to influence people in a way to think about your strategies in your business to grow, or you need to sell that product on the spot. You can use conversational hypnosis in a very ethical way, so it's a win-win situation for you and the person you're working with. So we're going to be looking at both today. We're going to be looking at the conversational style mixed in with some covert hypnotic approaches. Now, the big thing we're going to be covering as a technique, quote unquote, the major reason for this training itself is a couple-fold. I'm going to be showing you exactly how to use your voice. We call this your hypnotic voice. And we're showing what happens when you actually use your eyes to hypnotize somebody and what this actually does to the interaction. And the big thing is, I want to show you exactly how to use someone's memories, whether they've been in trance or not before, to put them into hypnosis. And we call this a revivification. We're going to revivify the experience that somebody had inside a very relaxing or peaceful experience or a hypnotic type experience. Maybe they've been to another hypnotist before, or you're going to show them the power of conversational hypnosis on the spot and show them how to lead them through a very simple method that will put them into hypnosis. Because that's what we're here about. I want to give you some practical tools that you can take away and also keep it under the theme of not being caught. If you've been with a couple of our other trainings before, we have several on here, you'll notice that we like the idea and the theme of not being caught, to be secretive. Now, when I say that, I do not mean unethically. You have to treat your clients with respect. This conversational hypnosis and covert trances do not work when you're being, quote unquote, evil with it. If you're trying to win up on somebody or get one over somebody, this stuff just won't work. But the other thing I want to point out is I don't want to teach you these long hypnotic patterns. I don't want to teach you should say this. Because I've been a therapist for so long, you should just believe me. I don't want to do that because for me, that wasn't enough when I was learning. So I want to show you some simple ways to influence people, use these covert and conversational hypnotic trances that suit you, that suit your interactive style and can be adapted to any situation you're in. So that's what I mean by conversational and covert trances. It's just using conversation to put somebody into trance. So when you're ready, let's move on to the basic first technique, I guess we could say. I want to introduce you to your hypnotic voice and how you can use your voice to start to influence people's unconscious minds and get rid of that conscious thinking. because hypnosis is about killing the critical factor, the conscious mind that says you can't hypnotize me, and teaches you how to influence and directly talk to the unconscious mind, where all the hypnosis occurs, where all the trances occur, and where you're going to put someone into hypnosis on the spot. So I'm very, very excited. Move on to the next track, which is formally our first technique. Let's introduce you to your hypnotic voice. We'll see you then.